Welcome to the channel, y'all. As you can see behind us, we've done some shopping recently. We've got a lot of dry goods here, and these need to be sealed up for long-term storage. Today, we're going to show you how we vacuum seal everything. So we're going to use our Foodsaver vacuum sealer. You've seen us use this in the past to seal up bags, but there's an attachment that you can plug in the top, and that will help you seal up your jars. And of course, you're going to need a lot of canning jars wherever you can find them nowadays. Now, since most places are out of the Kerr or Ball brands, we picked up these at Walmart. These are the Golden Harvest brand. I've used them before and never had a problem with them. So whatever you can find, get them. So with our Foodsaver, we did receive this attachment when we bought this. This is the little FM 2000 Foodsaver. I think it was $79 on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description below. This, on the other hand, the attachment for the jar, is much harder to find. This one right here happens to be a regular mouth sized Foodsaver brand, and I bought this a while ago, kind of before all the pandemic hit, so at least maybe 2 years ago now. Anyway, I cannot find the wide mouth version of this, with the caveat that I did find one on Amazon, but it was outrageously priced, probably because they only had a few left. I wasn't going to pay $70 for a piece of plastic and when I just had this one. So no big deal, but I did find this company recently. Now this is an online store, Roots and Harvest. They have a lot of canning things, a lot of farming things, and they had this 2-pack that has the wide mouth in it. So it also has a regular mouth and the wide mouth. Now this one works a little bit differently, and as you can see, it's brand new. I haven't even opened it, but this one still has the same plug for your Foodsaver, but this attaches to this top and just suctions onto the top of the actual jar sealer itself. So these are actually also compatible, if you can see right there, with the Foodsaver attachment. So we've got a lot of options here, which is great because things like this are hard to find nowadays. I'll also put the link to this company in the description below. Now the whole point of vacuum sealing is to prevent dry goods from going stale. And if you open your bag that you've just purchased, it's going to go stale much quicker. So if you're doing your vacuum sealing, make sure you have enough jars to take care of your entire bag at one time or within a few days. That way you'll ensure its freshness. Of course, with any canning process, since we're putting the lid on the top of the jar, you want to make sure that lid is free from anything. So especially if you're dry canning or vacuum sealing flour, you want to wipe that rim with a wet paper towel or a wet cloth and then dry it off before you vacuum seal it. But I'm going to show you a trick here on this first jar to make sure that the regular mouth attachment seals properly, because a lot of people say that they have difficulty with this, and I'll show you a little trick to overcome that. So remember to leave about a ½ inch of headspace, like with any canning process. So the regular mouth jar sealer here has a tendency to not seal if you just have one lid. I think it has to do with the depth that they made it. 5 times out of 10 it doesn't seal for me if I just use one lid. However, if I put 2 lids on the top of the jar and then put this on, I've had a 100% success rate with sealing these jars. All we're going to do is hold down the jar attachment on the top so that it's nice and level and flat. And then you're going to operate your specific vacuum sealer the way it needs to be operated. Every one of them does something a little bit different. So for us, we're going to use vacuum and seal. Once the vacuum stops on your sealer, you can take this directly off. You can see the other lid just kind of comes off, and this one is totally sealed. So now we're going to do a wide mouth. This is my very first time using this brand of wide mouth sealer. I have not heard any issues with it not sealing if you only have one lid on. Let's test this out. Well, here's the proof on the first one, no problem at all. Now we're going to have to do maybe 10 more to test it thoroughly, but As you can see, very first one, not an issue. There we go, it's that simple. Remember the trick for the regular mouth jars. Not only does oxygen degrade your food quickly over time, but so does heat and sun. So you want to keep these in a cool, dry place. If you have any questions, as always, leave them in the comment section below. And as always, we'll list all the tools that we use in the video in the description below the video. Now go check out this video right here, which shows you how to properly can pears with a few tricks. Have a great day, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.